sports on Premier Sports Fan Center, the show where football conversation goes beyond the scorelines and dive into the stories shaping the global game of football. My name is Yinka Adeguyi. I'm going to be your host for tonight. Friends around here call me the Doc. And tonight with me on the set is Poloski. Polo, you're welcome.
Yeah, thanks for having me. So excited to be back, to dissect everything that has been going on in the world of sport in the last 7 days.
Right, so today we examine 3 major talking points, sharing football discussions across Europe, from a legal controversy that could cloud or affect the World Cup squad to one of England's biggest clubs fighting, avoiding relegation there. And finally, a debate about the Premier League title race, which is really looking like it's going the red way as it stands. We begin with the legal storm surrounding one of England's most recognized defenders, and of course, so controversial as well as a gentleman and a defender. Maguire's conviction in Greece is what comes to mind here. It has a legal case with the World Cup implications right there. And the football world was shaking after Harry Maguire was convicted in Greece for assault, resisting arrest, and attempted bribery. Although the defender, we know, intends to appeal the verdict because he says actually all those things are false. The situation raises a serious concern right there in football. The conviction could impact his ability to travel to the United States due to strict visa restrictions concerning crimes involving violence and bribery. So, with the FIFA World Cup 2026 approaching and England expected to play matches in the United States, this actually leaves a lot in mind. The legal challenges that may influence court decisions for England, especially for a player like Harry Maguire, who is a key agent. He used to be their captain in that particular squad, who has been a key figure for England nationals, could be really significant. So, Paulo, I want you to help me out here. If the conviction stands against Harry Maguire, dropping the gentleman out of the squad because of the potential squad restrictions he may have.
Well, I think England will have to first look at the implication if the conviction stand, like you said, and will he be able to be able to allow to enter the US?
It may not. If the conviction stands, it may not.
Yeah, but they have to look at that first. And secondly, I think Harry Maguire still has the right to appeal. Though the verdict that he has been convicted, he still has the right to appeal. But I think England it's time now for the English FA to get involved, because Harry Maguire is a very important player for the English national team. You look at Harry Maguire in the last couple of seasons, he has been fairly okay compared to when he joined Manchester United newly. His performances were not so convincing. A lot of fans have been calling for him to be dropped. But you look at Harry Maguire in the England jersey, he's always a different player compared to when he put on the Manchester United player. So I think the English FA at the point or at the time will definitely come into it and find a way, because you look at what happened. The case has been going for more than a year now, and you look at the incident that led to that. I think it's something to
understand when to defend his family member.
Yeah, his family member. But there's a way you do things. It's not like this part of this world, where you can just go ahead and
beat somebody
up or go there and cause chaos. Those things they don't tolerate it. You leaving your own country, going to another country to cause
that's actually a legal way to
issues like that. But Harry Maguire should have known better, because he's an European. I don't think there's anybody also from Greece that will be coming to UK to do something like that and just go scot-free. But he's still claiming his innocence
enough in recent seasons to justify his inclusion even among the controversy.
Well, I think he has done that. Look at his performance first of all with the Three Lions. That's where it will matter now. Even when he was doing poorly with Manchester United, he was still being called, and there are a lot of argument for him that whenever he plays for the Three Lions, he always put up good performances. And you look at that with England. I don't think he has had too many, bad performances with the Three Lions, but also with Manchester United. Recently, he has been, been one of the best defenders. Whenever he plays, you see him, he puts all his best. Though he still come up with one or two errors, but I don't think those errors will be the reason why he should be dropped. I think his performance overall in the last probably 1-2 season has been okay, and I think if he's been selected, I think it
deserves that position.
Yeah.
Okay, so while Maguire faces uncertainty off pitch, another historic English club is fighting a life battle to avoid a mess. Absolutely. So we're looking at Tottenham's relegation battle right here, from European glory to survival fight. We understand quite clearly a few stories in this season. Surprisingly, Tottenham that just won the Europa Cup right there, fighting for their against relegation already. The last defeat they had was a 3-1 home defeat to Crystal Palace. We saw that just happen a few days ago, about yesterday. And it was unbelievable because that was their 5th consecutive loss. And in spite of their coach change or their technical bench rearrangement, sacked the former coach, we now have Igor Tudor right there. They're still losing. They continue on the downward trend. And now the club faces an very uncomfortable question. Should European ambition be sacrificed to ensure survival in the Premier League? That's the question now before that I'm sure the management is looking at. So should we continue to pursue, because they're still present in Champions League and they're still edging towards relegation as it stands. So how does a club move from winning a European trophy to battling relegation within just one season?
I think where we've seen things like that, it's in the Nigerian Premier League, where you see a team winning.
Remo Stars winning the league and now sitting second to the last on the table.
It's not just Remo Stars that's been happening. You see teams finishing second in the league or even going on ahead to win the league. Then the next season you see them
going down,
battling relegation or even going down. So I think for Tottenham Hotspur, like you said, should they be prioritizing the what do you call it? The Champions. I don't think they should be doing that. I think they should focus on both. I think if they really mean business, they can avoid the drop. They still have, I think, they are still 1 point. I think, a point above. The two teams behind them, chasing them now, Nottingham Forest and West Ham United, and I think they also have a very good goal difference. The three of them, they are on minus, but the Tottenham own is less. I think about 7 compared to 28 and 15 or more for both the other teams. So Tottenham should be looking at to find a way.
The local league.
What if they sacrifice the Champions League and still go to the Red League?
No, but they have a better chance of staying afloat and fighting again. They finished 15th or 16th last season.
Yeah, it's true. They have a better chance of fighting and staying.
Because in Champions League, I don't see them going beyond max.
Yeah, but
I don't even think they can go beyond this round.
Yeah, but at the same time, if you look at Tottenham Hotspur fixtures in the league, I think they don't stand any chance.
It is deadly.
Yeah, it's very deadly. They are playing Liverpool the next game. I think after Liverpool, they'll be taking on. Is it Chelsea? I think they'll be taking on Chelsea. By then, after those 2 games, if they fail to win, I think they will be. They might be sitting probably 17 or 18 by then. So I think they should just.
But that's if their other rivals are winning.
Well, look at the last game. Tottenham, West Ham went away to Fulham to Covering Cottage. The same stadium Tottenham went to the other weekend and lose 2-1. And during the midweek, West Ham went there and picked up all 3 points. Okay, Nottingham Forest, the other team, they went to the Etihad to pick up a draw there.
Yeah. And,
the only team Tottenham knows how to pick point or win is actually Manchester City. And the bad news for them is that they don't have Manchester City to play again now.
Okay, so just to verify what you just said, the following matches for the Premiership for Tottenham, you have Liverpool coming up over the way by next week, and then you have Nottingham Forest. And then you have Brighton and Hove Albion. Then Wolves will be away. Aston Villa. Then you have Leeds United and Chelsea. Then Everton should be the last match for them. So
and look where
I think they still stand a chance.
No, they stand a chance, but it gets complicated because they have about 2 or 3 clubs battling relegation also. In that mix-up,
they're going to play Wolves. They're going to play.
And you look at Wolves recently.
And
Wolves, I think they've been condemned to relegation, and now they are doing anything. Taking point off Arsenal, defeating Aston Villa, defeating Liverpool. So who is Tottenham?
They have a 3-game unbeaten now.
Yeah. So if they can do that against these top teams, so why can't they take all point again? And if you look at Wolverhampton record against Tottenham in the last 2-3 seasons, they have a very good record against Tottenham Hotspur. So I think if Tottenham.
But do you fancy their chances against Atletico Madrid?
Well, I think Tottenham can do against Atletico Madrid. Atletico Madrid are a team that you cannot
They're pretty unpredictable.
Unpredictable. We saw them the other day defeating Barcelona 4-0. Then almost throwing everything away. Barca coming back to defeat them 3-0. We saw Atletico Madrid in the Champions League against Bodo Glimt.
Yes.
If Tottenham can look at their form in the Champions League and look at Atletico Madrid's form, I think Tottenham will stand a chance.
All right. So while Tottenham struggles, they struggled at the bottom right now, another London club could be preparing for glory at the club. Of course, Tottenham is supposed to be the noisy neighbors to Arsenal, but here it is, Tottenham fighting for their battle for their lives to remain in Premiership, while Arsenal is looking at picking up the trophy, most coveted trophy for the past 21 years or so. 22 this year, but as it is, if Arsenal wins the Premier League, will it be fully deserved? As the season progresses, Arsenal remains firmly in the conversation for the Premier League title. I think Arsenal is about 6 points ahead right now of Tottenham Hotspur. Manchester City. But I think City has a game in hand. Yeah. Okay, so of course it doesn't mean they're going to win that, but they have a game in hand. As it looks, under Mikel Arteta, the club has gradually rebuilt its identity, combining youth energy with tactical discipline. After several seasons of near misses, the question now is whether this could finally be the year Arsenal will come to limelight and the summit of the English football. Yet football fans are still doubtful. People are still debating the narrative, saying if Arsenal eventually wins this, it will be viewed as a dominance and through consistency. Perhaps some think the result will be because their opponents have been faltering. So we're looking at a couple of questions here for you, Poloski. If Arsenal leave the Premiership, will it represent the culmination of long-term project that Arteta kept on talking about, trust the process, and now is the process yielding the expected result? Should they win the Premiership?
Yeah, I think so. It's as a result of the hard work the team has put under Mikel Arteta, especially in recent seasons. Talking about the last, starting from the 2022-23 season. That season, that was the season everything changed. Nobody gave Arsenal, a chance of even making it into the top 4 that season. Not to talk of challenging for the title, but Mikel Arteta and the boys took the league by storm that season. They were flying high, and but at the end of the day, they couldn't get the hand on the title because due to one or two things we saw, injury and fatigue and inexperience now.
I think it was more of the depth. The squad depth was poor.
Yes. squad depth also. So, and the following season, they went ahead again, but still didn't work. And the other one, Liverpool, that was last season. Liverpool also picked them up. But if you ask me, I think if Arsenal go ahead to win the league this season, I think it's as a result of the hard work that they put. I don't think
so you support that the process is actually delivering the expected result.
Well, at the moment it's delivering until they win the.
No. We're saying should they win?
Yeah, that means the process.
You will say the process actually. Yeah. From number 12 has come to take the third position. So it looks like a lot of clubs have been inconsistent in this Premiership. Could that be one of the reasons why Arsenal is?
That's an excuse for the rival fans.
Last 5 minutes of the game, Chelsea has not even crossed the midfield, the midline of the field to the PSG side. PSG has been in total control for the past 5 minutes, and also we have Bodo Glimt hosting Sporting CP in this round of Champions League. This is the round of 16, the first set of knockout stage that you're going to see. And there's the first leg of the round of 16. We'll be seeing the second leg by next week. And we also have Real Madrid hosting Manchester City right there at the Bernabeu. And as it is right now, PSG is slugging it out with Chelsea. And this is our focus Sports Fan Center Watchalong show. We are seeing PSG host Chelsea Football Club of London right there in Paris. And the game is now going to the left flank with Bakula trying to make in the ball from him. The ball has gone to Chelsea as Bakula has 1 goal in 11 matches. That was his first goal in this edition of Champions League. Talking about Bakula right there. Okay, so as the game progresses, we see that the other ties are still 0-0. Bodo Glimt is 0. Sporting CP. And put your prediction there. Who do you think will win this tie? This particular leg of the tie. This is the first leg of 2 in this second round. And Chelsea with a chance. Chelsea with a shot. Oh, he balloons it. And he just goes right there into the stands. And that was Enzo Fernandez bullying the ball right into the crowd. And he will get nothing for it. The ball goes right away. And the ball will come for a goal kick. A goal kick has been awarded to PSG, which they have quickly taken as it is. And the PSG will advance through the left with Bakula trying to move forward. Ousmane Dembele will step into the middle, pick up the ball and send it to his midfielder right there, who gives the ball right there to, has to revert back, revert to the center, send the ball back to the flanks. And we have Bakula trying to tease his man. And there, oh boy, that was a shot deflected. Oh my goodness, the goalkeeper quickly had one to hit. Oh, just put a hand to it. It was just like a shock. It was like a very reflex action that stopped that from going in. That will have been number 2 for PSG. But PSG will rebuild again back at the defense. Yet, Chelsea is not touching the ball. PSG has possibly made about 20-30 touches since Chelsea last progressed. And PSG with the possession. Then we'll take a look at the statistics. Ousmane Dembele still controlling the ball in the midfield. And then we'll also see Vitinha right there. And Vitinha will give a ball to Bakula. Bakula will tease his man again right there. He's just Chelsea again. A chance. And ball goes into touch. Oh, that was a good defensive block put up by Chelsea. Oh, that would have been a beautiful goal from Ousmane Dembele, if not for the hands of the Chelsea goal stopper, who just put a hand to it, and that saved the second goal from coming. It would have been an embarrassment to get the second goal in 5 minutes of that encounter. But as it is still 1 goal to PSG and 0 to Chelsea right there. So we're beaming live with you, and we're sharing with you also right here from this watch-along edition of Premier Sports Fan Center, where we talk sport and we discuss football. It's because of the joy we obtain in football. That's why we're here to share with you and to enjoy this match with you. So if you're enjoying this match, just put a comment there, and your comment pops up, we'll read it right here. We'll openly acknowledge your message, and we'll respond to you from Premier Sports Fan Center. You can like our page, you can subscribe to our page, you can share our page, and you can even tell a friend about it. You can even join us to encourage what we're doing. We're just trying to bring football to everybody's doorstep. Even if you don't have a TV and you can watch, keeper who is going to push one forward. And Chelsea is still playing with the ball in their own 18-yard right now. And you have Caicedo right there playing with the goalkeeper, trying to get tension off that ball. I think the referee, oh no, the game is still on. And then you have Chelsea trying to move the ball forward. What do? He passed him the ball, and dangerously too. And oh, beautiful move. And PSG will get the ball, but the referee has given a foul to Chelsea. He said the tackle was not fair enough. The tackle was not fair enough on Enzo Fernandez by Ousmane Dembele, who collected the ball, but he had a leg on Palmer. He has a leg on Palmer, Cole Palmer's leg right there. And a free kick has been given to Chelsea. The ball will be restarted with a free kick. And just like I said, I was trying to do before, getting distracted by the dynamics of this game. This has been an end-to-end kind of game, and everybody is just so excited to watch this kind of game. Marco Cucurella will send the ball forward, and João Pedro will pick the ball. He wants to give it back to Cucurella. Cucurella, no. And João Pedro will have the ball. He runs into the 18 again. A chance for Chelsea. Oh no, defensive blocks. Oh, that will have been a clash of heads. And still a chance for Chelsea. But Marashaskla will pick the ball. The goalkeeper for PSG will collect the ball. Right, so we're looking at the lineup here, and we're actually going through this. We have the following people in the defense of PSG. Let's take it from the home team. PSG will have goalkeeper Matvey Safonov here. Pardon the error. It's not Marashaskla. It must be Safonov right there for PSG. In the back line, we have Ashraf Hakimi, Marquinhos, William Pacho, and Nuno Mendes. Those form the 4-back line for PSG. And right in front of them, we'll have Zaire Emery, Vitinha, and João Neves holding the 3 positions in the midfield for PSG. And as it is, we also have right in front of them, we have Desire Doué, Ousmane Dembele playing in the center as a false 9. And we have Bradley Barcola, the goal scorer, the only goal scorer in this game so far for PSG. That actually is the setting for PSG. And the coach, of course, is Luis Enrique. The former Barcelona coach who got a treble in 2015-16 right there for PSG. He also won the treble for PSG last season, winning the Champions League, winning the Coupe de France, as well as the Ligue 1 for PSG. And now Chelsea with a chance, but the ball was too heavy and Pedro Neto couldn't get to it. And then for Chelsea's lineup, we have Philip Jorgensen holding the goal line for Chelsea. And right in front of him, the 4 back lines, we have Malo Gusto, Wesley Fofana, Chalaba, Marco Correa. And in front of them, we have Reece James and Moses Caicedo holding the pivot positions. And in front, right in front in the attacking midfield, you have Cole Palmer, Enzo Fernandez, Pedro Neto, all supporting and supplying the hatchet man, even that striker right there, João Pedro. João Pedro is the hatchet man right there for Chelsea. And Chelsea with another chance. Cole Palmer moving forward into the dangerous position. And a chance for Chelsea, but was easily blocked by Marquinhos, the PSG. And Cole Palmer with a chance. He still has a chance. He's teasing his opponent. And we have Marco Correa with a cross, who's at the end of it, a header, but safely in the hand of the goalkeeper, Matvey Safonov for PSG. The header was not strong enough. The João Pedro couldn't put enough power behind it. The ball went for the rising and landed in the hands of the goalkeeper. And now PSG with a chance to move forward, but the ball was stopped by the hands of Marco Correa, who have been penalized by a foul there by the referee. And a free kick has been awarded to PSG. This is the 24th minute of the game. And you could see Luis Enrique jumping up and down right on the flanks, as well as Rosenio, the Liam Rosenio, the Chelsea the Chelsea technical manager there. All of them jumping around looking for something, getting something out of this. Now for Chelsea here, all they need is to get one goal and reduce the goal deficit they incur in France. While for PSG, they need to score as many goals as possible because it's going to be very tough for them at the Stamford Bridge when they go next week to London. It is going to be very, very tough for PSG right there in London. We know how it is on the second leg basis. And when players are in Champions League at home, and then we have the defender struggling to move the ball out, but he finally gets his Reece James sends a long gun, but it gets right into the hands of Marquinhos, who gives the ball back to his goalkeeper, Sofanov, right there. And they will build again. The ball coming to Vitinha. Vitinha will rotate himself and send the ball up north to Bakola. Bradley Bakola will move forward and will advance into the penalty area of Chelsea. He dances around, dribbles one, dribbles two, takes a shot. Oh, ho, ho, ho. That was so close. So dangerous, Bakola. Very, very close indeed. Oh, the ball was just curving, always curving. But just not just enough. The keeper had a hand to it, has a very soft hand to it. Otherwise, there will have been celebrations going on right now from the camp of PSG. And the corner kick has been quickly taken. Ousmane Dembele will send the ball back into the midfield. And Vitinha will have the ball. What does he do? He sends it back to his teammate. And the ball comes back to Dembele. Dembele will turn. Dembele will take a cross, a longish one. Oh, but it was way too heavy for his teammate. Right, the Bakola couldn't get to it. It was just too much for Bradley Bakola to pick. And the ball will go into touch for a throw-in. A throw-in is advantage Chelsea. And game time right now, we're at the 27th minute. We're now playing the 27th minute of the game. Oh, that was so close. That was so close. You could see the anguish on Luis Enrique's face for that miss. Oh, for the small, just a very tiny touch by the goalkeeper right there. Otherwise, you will see Luis Enrique jumping around again. And Chelsea fans will have been looking dull and sullen. They will have been looking morose in their seats. And who knows what else they will have been doing. But right now, it is still not to be. The game is still 1-0 in favor of PSG. The only goal that makes the difference here was scored by Bradley Bakola, the winger for PSG. And now PSG will pick the ball again. And they will give the ball away to Chelsea. Chelsea will have a chance to move forward while PSG are all surrounding him. And Marco Corella with the ball. He gives the ball back to Reece James. And James will move the ball forward. And a chance for Chelsea. Cole Palmer in the very dangerous area. But Nuno Mendes was there to stop him. Nuno Mendes will pick the ball and return the ball to his teammate. The ball will come to Vitinha. We'll give it back to Mendes. And the ball has gone into touch for a throw into Chelsea in a very dangerous position for PSG. This is a chance for Chelsea and a goal for Chelsea. But what does the referee give? Malo Gusto scores the goal for Chelsea. It was open, nobody marking him at all. It was so free, like the legs of the man hanging on a tree. He was that free. Right there, you see Malo Gusto running in, and Bakola just didn't look behind to mark his man, who had so much room to control the ball, position himself well, takes a very good shot, and which landed in the back of PSG net. And the game has now been even. 1 goal to PSG, 1 also to Chelsea. 1-1 as it is. And the second, Chelsea's goal was scored right at the nick of the 28th minute of the game. Oh, this game is so interesting. 2 goals already, and we're not yet at the half-hour mark. And the goalkeeper looked surprised and wondered where all his defenders were. Allowed Malo Gusto to have so much room. But the blame should be on Bakola, Bradley Bakola, the goal scorer, who scored on the other side, who left his teammate, his opponent. He didn't mark him at all. He didn't even look back. And Nuno Mendes, who's supposed to be manning the back line, the left back position, also leaving a spot empty, and the opponents moved in when men were sleeping, and they got the equalizer. And PSG has a difficult task in their hands right now. It is going to be very difficult for them if this game ends in a draw this week. But as it is, we're just at the 29th minute. We're just about getting into the half-hour mark, and it is 1-1 on either side. Also, on looking at the other teams playing, we have the other teams playing in Europe right now. Real Madrid is still hosting Man City, and the game is now at the 30th minute with Real Madrid leading by 2-0. Real Madrid has got 2 goals already against City right there at the Bernabeu, and both goals were scored by Valverde. Federico Valverde scored both goals for Real Madrid right there at the Bernabeu. Oh, the Madrid stars are flying right now against the citizens of the England or UK or Premiership, as they call themselves. The citizens are watching as Real Madrid, the Los Blancos, the white Blancos, the white boys are glazing away. 2 goals to Real Madrid, all scored by Federico Valverde, and 0 to Manchester City. Bodo Glimt and Sporting CP are still 0-0 right there. And of course, we know Chelsea is already at par with PSG right here. We're now at the half-hour mark of the game. About a full hour to play in this encounter. And, I just went through the lineup for Chelsea and PSG. And let's just take a look at their bench. There was a chance here. There was a long pass through. But Hakimi could not get to the ball. Hakimi couldn't get to the ball right there. And the ball went into the hands of the Chelsea goalkeeper. Oh my God, that was almost so. That was a block by the PSG players right there in the 18 of Chelsea. And now a chance for Chelsea. Pressure on the defenders. Pressure especially on this man right here. Oh, quickly try and send it away. And Hakimi to the rescue there. And the ball will go into touch for a throw-in. The throw-in has been awarded to Chelsea in the penalty area of PSG. But the referee... Okay, the game has been restarted and the ball has been thrown to Cole Palmer. No, to João Pedro, who dances around. And PSG will launch a longish one. Unintended for anybody in particular, but to just save themselves an embarrassment of another slip at the back line. Marco Cucurella will launch another attack, but the ball was way too heavy to be caught by João Pedro nor by Pedro Neto. And PSG will rebuild from the back. Ball comes over Vitinha in the center. Oh, he's doing his thing, turning and turning and turning. And he returns the ball back to Marquinhos, who sends the ball across to his teammate there. And the ball will come to Nuno Mendes at the far left. And, oh, that was almost giving away to Chelsea. Now PSG will build again. And this time around, we have the ball in the feet of João Neves. The Neves will return it to the back line. And we have Hakimi trying to play one through with Desire Doué. And the longish one has been sent to Barcola at the far left. And Barcola will advance threateningly. And oh no, he gives the ball away to Chelsea. And the ball has been given back to Dembele. And a chance still comes here. We have João Neves return the ball. And we have Hakimi right there trying to do something. No, what Desire Doué, pardon me, trying to create something from here. And João Neves will play with Vitinha. Vitinha has the ball, sends it to the midfield, and the ball comes to the last man, even the very last man. And the ball will be with Barcola, who will give the ball to Ousmane Dembele. And Dembele will try a pretty trickish one, which just slipped to the hands of the Chelsea goalkeeper right there. Jorgensen will pick the ball. Philip Jorgensen just picks the ball up without any without much ado. and Chelsea will try and send the ball away. But PSG will not agree with that. PSG will defend the ball with all their strength, and the ball is continuing. The ball is back to the front. Vitinha moving the ball, looking for Nuno Mendes. Nuno Mendes will return the ball back to Vitinha. Vitinha will give the ball back to João Neves. What will Neves do with the ball? He turns around, returns it to Vitinha. And the ball will come down right there to Zaire Emery. What does Emery do? He tries to dribble one, but he lost control of the ball, being blocked by Marco Correa. Marco Correa will get the ball off, and the game has been restarted with a throw-in. And the ball comes to the midfield. Pacho will have the ball for PSG with Nuno Mendes looking for who to give it to. Oh, so Vitinha will show up. I'll return the ball to Bakola. What does Bradley Bakola do with the ball? Returns it to Vitinha. Vitinha will move the ball forward. He looks for something. He tries to create something, and nothing is possible from here. And so the ball comes to Bakola. Bakola will send it to the midfield. Pacho will have the ball. Pacho will give the ball to Marquinhos. Marquinhos will send it down to Hakimi, I suppose. And who will put the ball forward back, and the ball comes back to Vitinha. Vitinha will drive forward. But there's no way through because Chelsea boys are not giving every man behind the ball. All the 10 players and the goalkeeper right there behind the ball for Chelsea. Defending with all their muscles and their life. And the ball comes to the goalkeeper of Chelsea. Jorgensen will pick that ball up. And he will play with that ball while PSG presses on him. Now we're now at the 36th minute of the game. Ousmane Dembele with the chance. Oh, he wanted to cross and he's calling for a handball, but the referee says no. No handball will be given. That was in a natural position, he said. And now Pedro will try to dance through, but no way through. And Vitinha will move the ball forward, and Bakola will dance. Bakola will dribble. Bakola will pass, and the ball has been given back to the opponents by João Neves. Each time Chelsea has the ball, you see PSG players running at them. They are pressing them from the back line. Even the goalkeeper is under intense pressure. You can actually see so much pressing game being played here by PSG. They are not leaving any room for Chelsea to control the ball at all. Except for the chance Chelsea had at scoring. Chelsea has not had much of the touch of the ball. Let's run you through the statistics of this game so far. At this point in time, we're now at the 37th minute of the game. And so far, so good in this encounter. We have expected goals in favor of Chelsea, 0.5 to 0.19 for PSG. So we have more XG for Chelsea than for PSG right there. Also, we have 4 shots at goal, 4 shots on goal for PSG and 2 for PSG, for Chelsea. We have block shots, shots on target, 2 for Chelsea and none for PSG. Shots off target, pardon me, 0 for PSG, 2 for Chelsea. And block shots, 1 apiece. Possession is 59%. About 60% in favor of PSG and about 40% or 41% for Chelsea. But that really wouldn't count right now because the goal line is 1-1. And I think that's the most important statistics every game wants to enjoy. The goals, number of goals, not even the XG, but the number of goals scored. And Nuno Mendes with a chance there to cross, but that shot went wayward. It was under intense pressure of João Pedro or Malagusto, who wouldn't give him any room at all. Malagusto will ensure that he doesn't play the shot, and the ball goes into touch for a goal kick for Chelsea. Chelsea will start the game with a goal kick right there. And while everybody is expecting something magical to happen here, what's your prediction for this game? How do you think it will end? First half will end likely end in a draw. But how do you think the whole match, this first leg, will end? Put it in our comment section. Type it there. Put your name and tell us where you're chatting from. will surely recognize you in our large forum, and you are so welcome. Also, we're looking at corner kicks taken, 2 for Chelsea, 1 for PSG. Offsides have been 1 for PSG, 1 against PSG, and none for Chelsea. So PSG has been much more anxious to get goals here than Chelsea. And we have fouls, 4 apiece already. There is no yellow card in this game, no red card yet. Chelsea has made 3 crosses. Another chance for Chelsea, another chance for Chelsea. Oh no, Cole Palmer could have done it there. But now it's a reverse chance. And who moves forward? Ousmane Dembele. What does he do? He has a chance. He changes position. He bundles. Oh no. And he scores. Oh my goodness. Ousmane Dembele. I thought he was going to bottle that. Oh my goodness. I thought he was going to bottle that. But he puts that right in where it mattered most. And it was Chelsea right there with Cole Palmer taking a shot at the goalkeeper from across a square play. And the goalkeeper just saved that. And the counter-attack will set Ousmane Dembele on the move, who dribbles with a decoy and goes back to position to take the shot. Oh no. Chalaba couldn't stop him. He sent him to the north and back to the south and then used the right foot. Takes a shot which was still deflected by Chalaba, but unstoppable by the goalkeeper, who just eyes the ball for going. Jorgensen went in the wrong direction, and Dembele's ball went in the right direction. And PSG gets a goal ahead of this Chelsea. Oh, I actually thought the first half was going to end on a draw, 1-1. But right now, it's a beautiful goal. Dembele has 2 goals in the Champions League, playing 7 matches so far. And he is looking good for this. He has been fantastic in this game, to say the least. He has been present in virtually every goal scored by PSG. And PSG leads Chelsea by 2-1 right now in Paris. Ladies and gentlemen, like I said, put your prediction right there on our page in the comment section. Let's know your thoughts. Put your opinions there as well. If you think we're doing this well, please encourage us. If you think we can improve, put it there and suggest what we should be doing at the Premier Sports Fan Center in this Watchalong show. And the game time now is 42 minutes. We're now at the 42nd minute of the game. Paris Saint Germain 2, Chelsea 1. Real Madrid still leading and bossing Manchester City by 2-0. Both goals scored in the first half, 20 minutes, 17 and 20 minutes by 27 minutes, pardon me, 20 minutes and 27 minutes by Federico Valverde right there at the Bernabeu. Also, Bodo Glimt has scored 1 goal against Sporting CP. Bodo Glimt lead by 1 goal right now, right there against Sporting. The goal was scored by Fett at the 32nd minute by via a penalty awarded by VAR right there. And Bodo Glimt seemed to be the discovery of this Champions League, having defeated Atletico Madrid in the last encounter to qualify for the playoff stages, and going through the playoff stages now in the round of 16. And they are now leading Sporting Lisbon right there at home. That's a lot to swallow for a lot of football fans, because one will have given this to Sporting Lisbon if you don't follow the form of Bodo Glimt. They've had an excellent form. The last 5 games they played have been excellent. All win in the last 5 encounters. So Bodo Glimt is a team to watch out for in this Champions League. And they lead right now in Norway, right there in Norway. I think they play in Oslo, Norway, and they lead by 1-0 against Sporting at the 43rd minute of the game. Now the 44th minute, right there. Oh my goodness, Real Madrid has just increased the tally here against City. This European what's it called? This European El Clasico is turning into something else. Goals galore for Real Madrid. 3 goals already. All goals scored by Federico Valverde. Valverde with a hat-trick against Manchester City. The European derby, the UEFA derby is turning into a whitewash. The Los Blancos, the white boys of Spain, are washing the City Blues, showing them some movies they don't want to see. 3 goals already at the 44th minute for Real Madrid against Manchester City of England. And this is PSG pressing Chelsea aggressively in their own area. And then a throw-in has been committed by PSG right there. So the referee has given a throw-in to Chelsea. Marco Coleral will hold the ball. He will try and get somebody to throw the ball to. And then he called on Pedro Neto. And a foul has been given. A foul has been given to João Pedro. And that's against Marquinhos, the captain of PSG. And PSG will reset. Chelsea will restart. And the game is now at the 45th minute. We will see the amount of time allotted to injury time for the first half in a bit. And you can see PSG pressing Chelsea very aggressively from playing now. They are pressing them very aggressively. You can see up to 5 players of PSG playing like Barcelona here, attacking PSG and making sure that they don't even play the game out of their, attacking Chelsea, showing they don't even have the ball to play out from their 18. And PSG with a chance again, and the ball has been given to Bakola by Dembele, a very 1-2 touch. But Jorgensen, the goalkeeper of Chelsea, has the ball, and he sends one forward. João Pedro with the ball, he has a chance. He gives the ball to Pedro Neto. Pedro will give it back to João Pedro. A chance for Chelsea. No, that's not going to be Marquinhos. Oh no, that's not Marquinhos. You have Zaire Emery clearing the ball off with anger on his face. He actually had that bitter looking aggressive face, like you're not going to get any second goal here. Not again. Not again. We're not allowing that kind of expression. And Ousmane Dembele almost ran away with another counter-attack. But the referee has blown his whistle for the end of first half. Only 1 minute was given as injury time. Were no stoppages except for passing. And you can see the players marching off into the dressing room. Now it's time to go have the dugout talk between the coaches and the players. And let's see what can happen in the second half. If you ask me, I think the star man for this first half has been Ousmane Dembele. He has played a wonderful, wonderful game. He has been part of the goal for Bakola. He scored one himself. A really longish one, a run he did from his own half, coming from a counter-attack situation. And then he got one in against Chelsea to get the lead. And now Chelsea players are morally defeated, and they have to go and be reboosted by their coach, the technical manager, in person of Rosario. Let's see what he's going to tell them that will give them some impetus to come back and do something fantastic. I have also all the games have been brought to the halftime in Europe right now. The UEFA Champions League round of 16, the first leg of the round of 16, the first half for the second day, day 2. Bayern Leverkusen played 1-1 against Arsenal right there in Leverkusen. And we have Bodo Glimt leading Sporting CP by 2-0 already. Bodo Glimt has scored the second goal right at the nick of the first half, 45 minutes plus 1. That's where Blomberg put one in for the Norwegians, and now they lead the Portuguese Sporting CP by 2-0 in the first half of this encounter. We have Paris Saint Germain taking a lead also just before the close of first half by Dembele Ousmane, who scored the second for Paris Saint Germain. 2-1, they lead Chelsea right there. And then we have Real Madrid, the Los Blancos of Spain, taking the lead by 3-0 against Manchester City. Oh my goodness, that's a whitewash they're doing right there at the Bernabeu against Guardiola's FC. And we'll see how that ends, and we'll see how The second tie plays out next week, Tuesday, for these teams. Ladies and gentlemen, we're now at the halftime of the game. This is the time to put in your comments. It's time to chat with us. This is the time to relate with our page, Premier Sports Fan Center. You can find us on YouTube. You can find us on Facebook as well. So you just log on to Facebook or YouTube and type in Premier Sports Fan Center, and you should be able to connect with us. Just look for this match, PSG versus Chelsea, UEFA Champions League 2026, round of 16, and we will connect with you. So just put it in there, Premier Sports Fan Center, and type in our comment section. Put something there. Let's hear your opinion. Let's feel you. Let's feel you. Let's engage with you. Let's enjoy your comments. Let's partake and enjoy football together. We're actually waiting to see your comments. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're still here. We're still waiting for you to put your comment in here. We'd like to share what you are typing. We'd like to feel you. We'd like to read you. We'd like to be part of you. We'd like you to be part of what we're doing here as well. You can like our page. You can always recommend us. You can share. You can subscribe. You can click on that bell button. And you can also join to be a member of this group. It has a lot of advantages. You join the family, the Premier Sports Center Fan Center family. We talk sports, we do watch-along shows, and we also analyze football. We enjoy football analysis, and by weekends and the leagues, we cover various leagues: the La Liga, the French Ligue 1, we cover the English Premiership, and as well the Bundesliga. Also not neglecting the Eredivisie, right there in Dutch or Netherlands. So you can always be part of us. You can be one of us. You can join us at any point in time. You can put your comment there, and you can be part of the show. It doesn't take much to be part of this show, and we would love to have you on board. We also love to read your messages to the public. And as we say, in Premier Sports Fan Center, we talk football. This is where football lives, and we want you to be part of it. And the players are still in the dugout right now. They're taking instructions from their coaches. You have PSG and Chelsea right there, Real Madrid, Manchester City, and we also look at Bordeaux, Gleams, and Sporting CP. But you also have the fourth of them, which was Arsenal and Leverkusen, already concluded. So while we're waiting for the second half to come back on, we will want to run through some of the statistics from the first half. We'll be running through some of the statistics from the first half and some of the opinions we had from the first half of the game between Chelsea and PSG. PSG with the dominant there. PSG with the dominance with the possession in terms of statistics. PSG had about almost 60% possession the game, but Chelsea narrowed down to 57% just before the end of the game. And shots on target were 5 for PSG and 3 for Chelsea. We also have EXG, expected goals, going 0.63 for Chelsea and 0.42 for PSG. Right there, we have shots off target only coming from Chelsea, 2 of them. Corner kicks were 2 for Chelsea, 1 corner PSG. Fouls were 8 or 9. Fouls were 9 against PSG and 4 against Chelsea. No yellow cards so far. No red cards in the game so far. Goalkeeper saves were 3 for Chelsea and 2 for PSG, while goal kicks were 2 apiece. Counter attacks. All counter-attacks was recorded as 0-0, but we saw Ousmane Dembele scoring with the counter-attack. That doesn't make sense at all. That game. Now let's take a look at some of the players on the bench that coaches who fall on to possibly bring something, a change game. We have the players on the bench. Let's take a look at SG, Lucas Beraldo, Zabarini, Kavasheskla. Oh my goodness. Kavasheskla is still on the bench. Gonzalo Ramos is on the bench. Likangin on the bench. Lucas Hernandez, Seni Mayulu, Pedro Fernandez, Lucas Chevalier, Ibrahim Mbaye, and Renato Marin all on the bench for PSG. That is a rich bench they have right there. Let's take a look at the Chelsea bench. Taking it from Robert Sanchez, the number 1 goalkeeper for Chelsea. Tosin Adarabioyo, Benoit Biadeshe, Liam Delap, Andre Santos, Amadou Sarr for Chelsea. Jorel Hato, Achimpong, Marguyo, Romelo Lavia, Alejandro Garnacho, and Max Merrick, the substitute, the third goalkeeper for Chelsea. So on the injury list for Chelsea, we have Estavio, who is suffering from a hamstring injury. Jamie Gaetens also a hamstring injury. Levi Colwill, cruciate ligament injury. And Mikhail Modric, who is not in the game for personal reasons. For PSG, we have Fabian Ruiz injured with a knee. He has a knee injury that's keeping him out of action. And Quentin Njanto with a hamstring injury. So those are the options available for these coaches to bring up or bring in, make some changes, whether for tired legs or whether to change the technicality of the game for these two sides, PSG, Chelsea. And right now, the coaches are still talking to them. The players are still in the dugout. And await them to return to the field of play to continue from where they stopped. While we do that, ladies and gentlemen, I want us to take a 5-minute break. We will be right back. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with you in 5 minutes. sports on Premier Sports Fan Center. The show where football conversation goes beyond the scorelines and dive into the stories shaping the global game of football. My name is Yinka Adegbuyi. I'm going to be your host for tonight. Friends around here call me the Doc. And tonight with me on the set is Poloski. Polo, you're welcome.
Yeah, thanks for having me. So excited to be back, to dissect everything that's been going on in the world of sport in the last 7 days.
Right, so today we examine 3 major talking points, sharing football discussions across Europe, from a legal controversy that could cloud or affect the World Cup squad to one of England's biggest clubs fighting, avoiding relegation there. And finally, a debate about the Premier League title race, which is really looking like it's going the red way as it stands. We begin with the legal storm surrounding one of England's most recognized defenders, and of course, so controversial as well as a gentleman and a defender. Maguire's conviction in Greece is what comes to mind here. It has a legal case with the World Cup implications right there. And the football world was shaking after Harry Maguire was convicted in Greece for assault, resisting arrest, and attempted bribery. Although the defender, we know, intends to appeal the verdict because he says actually all those things are false. The situation raises a serious concern right there in football. The conviction could impact his ability to travel to the United States due to strict visa restrictions concerning crimes involving violence and bribery. So, with the FIFA World Cup 2026 approaching and England expected to play matches in the United States, this actually leaves a lot in mind. The legal challenges that may influence court decisions for England, especially for a player like Harry Maguire, who is a key agent. He used to be their captain in that particular squad, who has been a key figure for England national team, and implications could be really significant. So we're looking at a few issues here. So Paulo, I want you to help me out here. If the conviction stands against Harry Maguire, should England consider leaving or dropping the gentleman out of the squad because of the possible potential squad restrictions he may have?
Well, I think England will have to first look at the implication if the conviction stand, like you said, and will he be able to be able to allow to enter the US?
It may not. If the conviction stands, it may not.
Yeah, but they have to look at that first. And secondly, I think Harry Maguire still has the right to appeal. Though the verdict that he has been convicted, he still has the right to appeal. But I think England it's time now for the English FA to get involved, because Harry Maguire is a very important player for the English national team. You look at Harry Maguire in the last couple of seasons, he has been fairly okay compared to when he joined Manchester United newly. His performances were not so convincing. A lot of fans have been calling for him to be dropped. But you look at Harry Maguire in the England jersey, he's always a different player compared to when he put on the Manchester United player. So I think the English FA at the point or at the time will definitely come into it and find a way, because you look at what happened. The case has been going for more than a year now, and you look at the incident that led to that. I think it's something
understanding when to defend his family member.
Yeah, his family member, but.
And welcome back to the second half of this show, the Champions League 2025-26 edition. And this is the round of 16 for this particular edition of Champions League. And our feature match for today is PSG, Paris Saint Germain versus Chelsea F.C. of London. And this game is holding right there in Paris, in the city of Paris. And we're enjoying the show from Premier Sports Fan Center. My name is Yinka Adegbuyi. They call me the Doc around here. And as we move on straight into the second half, we see PSG playing from the right to the left, while Chelsea is playing from the left to right. And Chelsea is trying to move the ball, but PSG wouldn't allow them to touch or come in contact with the ball at all. And as it is, so far so good. We're now at the 47th minute of the game. In the second minute of this half, we have about another 43 minutes to play to see this game through of regulation time. Of course, plus added time, which has not been stated and will not be stated until the end of the game on the 90 minutes. So Chelsea is still trailing PSG as we speak in this encounter. Chelsea trails by 1-2. PSG leads in this one, and you see a longish pass to PSG, but the goalkeeper Jorgensen was there in time to stop Bakola from making any progress or any visible progress with that kind of attack. Otherwise, Chelsea will have been in another very difficult position, as he says. But right now, we see Chelsea trying to move the ball out, but PSG will not allow that to happen. PSG still attacking. Hakimi moving from the right. He gives the ball to his teammate, who wins. Awarded a goal kick. That was a good one by Mark Caicedo. Moses Caicedo stopped him from going ahead there. And Chelsea will restart with a goal kick. And you can see the Parisians and the socios and ultras of PSG on the sideline, on the bench, looking anxiously, wondering if they can repeat the feat of last year to win the Champions League yet again, back to back. For a reminder, last time or the last season was the first time PSG will ever win the Champions League since their 60 years existence or so. And of course, I'm sure it is never enough for Liver Twist. They want more. They always want more. And I'm sure PSG wants more here. They would like to win it again and again, if possible. And PSG is already ahead of Chelsea in this one. But Chelsea is giving them a hard time for it. PSG has to play their way forward. Chelsea is trying to move from the right flank now. Malo Gusto with the ball. He releases this to Cole Palmer, who will try to oust his opponent. And Cole Palmer in the 18 of PSG. But before he could cross, there was a leg from that defender. The defender had a leg to it, and he just sent the ball into touch. And that was João Neves, if I'm correct. Yes, João Neves just had his leg to it, and the ball goes into touch for a corner kick. This will be the third or fourth corner kick for Chelsea in this particular encounter. Again, you're watching us, you're joining us, you're watching along with us from Premier Sports Fan Center. Wherever you are in the world, you can let us know. Put a comment in our comment section. Join us, encourage us, and be part of the show. Put your comment there. Put your prediction there. What do you think will happen in this particular encounter of this match? Once again, the name of the channel is Premier Sports Fan Center, and we're having a watch-along show of Chelsea PSG round of 16 of 2025-2026 Champions League, European Champions League, one of the most prestigious football tournaments in the world of football. And the chance for Chelsea, but quickly interrupted by the captain of PSG, Marquinhos, who will quickly put his leg out and stop the attack of João Pedro right there. Excuse me. Since Chelsea has reinvigorated in this one, and Jorgensen is just sliding Bakola forth and back. He's been deceiving him left and right. Bakola has been two-time his victim in terms of the decoy shots. He's been giving him what we call Ella from here, sending him forth and back multiple times. PSG is still building the attack right there. And the ball will come to Zhao Usman Dembele, who will send it to the back, and Pacho will pick it up from the back. And ball back to Vitinha. Vitinha will do his distribution right there, sending the ball forth and back, and that was too heavy, way too heavy for Hakimi. Oh no, for Zaire Emery to pick up from Marquinhos. And the ball goes into touch for Chelsea to have a goal at a throw-in in the half of Chelsea. Once again, Chelsea is playing from left to right, and PSG playing from right to left. This on the screen. And the goalkeeper for Chelsea, that was so close. That could have been stopped by Vitinha. That was a pass from the 18, but I can have Rhys James step in there quickly to pick the ball. Moses Casaido and Marco Correa all trying to get the ball out of their penalty area because of the pressure from PSG right here. PSG is putting so much pressure in that region, not allowing Chelsea to play out of their area, blocking their midfield. But right now, Chelsea has the ball in the half of PSG, and João Pedro is leaning on it, trying to secure one. And offside has been given against Chelsea, and PSG will restart the game. PSG will restart the game with a free kick. PSG will move forward with this attack. John Neves will return the ball to Bakola. Bakola steps into the 18. Usman Dembele with a chance. Oh, he gives the ball. He returns it to his teammate. And what does he do? He tries to cross the ball. That was Hakimi there, trying to get the ball, score play into a dangerous position, but he didn't go through. And the ball will come back to Vitinha. Not to João Neves, and Vitinha will come and pick the ball from here. He will move the ball forward again, give it to Nuno Mendes, the left back Portuguese, and the ball will come to the back line. Pacho will give it to Marquinhos. Marquinhos will dance around and return the ball to the front. Hakimi will step into the ball, gives the ball to Desire Doué, and who will release the ball to Usman Dembele. Back to Doué, and it was too heavy for João Neves to pick. A foul has been given against PSG to Chelsea for a handball committed by Zaire Emery right there for PSG. You could see the anguish on the coaches' faces. Luis Enrique looks distraught. Oh, he is seriously distraught. He's not happy with what is going on here. Definitely unhappy about the events of this game. But he has no choice. And but Rosenio, for Chelsea, Liam Rosenio is kind of composed. We can see him scampering around. He possibly just wants a narrow margin to take back to Stamford Bridge, which will be safe enough to go and play against the Stamford Bridge. With a wider margin, it becomes more troubling. And we see Doué moving forward into the 18 of Chelsea, and he loses the ball by a beautiful, well-calculated attack from Chalaba. who stepped in right on time. Oh, that was Moses Casado. Moses Casado just steps in right on time. And a touch, too many sends the ball into touch. And a goal kick comes to Chelsea, which has been quickly taken. The ball was given to João Pedro. João Pedro will try to wriggle around, but PSG will pick the ball from him. And now the ball has come back to, we'll see Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto bullying his way through. Enters for Chelsea. A goal for Chelsea. Enzo Fernandez has netted the second one for Chelsea. A goal for Chelsea. A chance for Chelsea. A misconnection from Zaire Emery right there. Oh, that was a very awful error from Emery. He made a blunder of that. He could have passed the ball instead of trying to control it. It was a longish, ambitious pass from Ousmane Dembele, but Emery didn't get the ball to the right person. And good enough. We saw how Pedro Neto pushed everybody in and sends one across to Enzo Fernandez, who said, "Thank you very much." And he puts right there into the net of PSG. Beyond the reach of the goalkeeper, who had no answer but to whistle his mouth away. And the game has recovered itself. It is now 2 goals to Chelsea and 2 goals to Paris Saint Germain. It is strength for strength here. What are we going to see in London? 3 goals for Enzo Fernandez in 7 matches so far. And you can see Emery's face, feeling sad and sorry for causing that goal. It was a blunder for him to to control the ball the way he did. He could have allowed it to go into touch for a throw-in, and he could have passed to his teammates well enough, but he didn't do well enough to do all that. And that ambitious pass from Ousmane Dembele was a careless pass, very careless pass from Dembele. All of them joining together to concede the goal. And now Luis Enrique is back on his feet, sweating through all his body, and just trying to imagine what could have been or what couldn't have been, could have, will have, should have, but it's not. And right now they are even one more time. No advantage for PSG in this. Everyone is on 2-2 in this particular one. So let's take a look at what's happening elsewhere in Europe, in the UEFA Champions League. Other matches being played. Still in Madrid, Real Madrid, the Los Blancos, the white boys, are still leading Manchester City by 3 goals to 0 at the 61st minute of the game. 3 goals to Real Madrid, 0 to Manchester City. And Bodo Glimt still leads Sporting CP by 2 goals to 0 right there. And PSG and Chelsea right here with us. Our feature match for today is actually on 2 goals apiece. Both goals have been scored on the 2 halves. PSG scoring 2 in the first half, while Chelsea scoring 1 in the first half and then 1 in the second half. The first goal for Chelsea, for PSG, was scored by no other but that talisman, João Neves, and the second one by Ousmane Dembele. The first one, was scored by Bacola, assisted by João Neves, and then the second one was scored by Ousmane Dembele, who took a run, a personal run of it, and there was no assist to that goal because he took it from his own half and he scored. For Chelsea, we have Malo Gusto scoring the first one, assisted by Enzo Fernandez, and then we have Enzo Fernandez coming in to score the second for himself, assisted by Pedro Neto. This is a very tough encounter, and I think this should be called the El Clasico of UEFA, not the Real Madrid Man City, where Madrid is whitewashing the City Boys. And now Chelsea advances again. Chelsea moves forward. Cole Palmer with the ball. And he returns the ball to the back line. Tries to build from the back. Marco Correa will try and do something. He leaves the ball for his wingman in the person of Pedro Neto. But the defense of PSG was too hard on that, and they got the ball into touch. And now PSG will make a change. Desire Doye will step off the field as we receive Karasheskla. Karasheskla will come in for Desire Doye right there for PSG. Luis Enrique would like to make some, get some fresh legs in the game and possibly get some new dimension. We know Karasheskla plays from the outside left, so we're going to expect him to come to the outside left, while Dembele, who has been floating around in the center, playing as a false nine all along, will likely move to the right. And very, very, very likely, PSG will move someone else to the center. Who would that be? Let's take a look. I think in the next few minutes, PSG will likely bring in another player in the person of either Gonzalo Ramos or Mayulu to come and put the goal, while somebody else will be substituted. You can put that in our comment section. Who do you think will be taken off next, and who will likely be brought in next? We see the changes being made. Sarah Sesla coming in for Desire Doe. Bakola is still on the right, so very, very likely Bakola will be taken off very soon, and then Hatchesman will be brought in. A foul has been given to PSG, a foul against Enzo Fernandez on Karasheskla, who was trying to advance but was stopped. While Bakola is still on the game and is still playing from the outside left, a longish, ambitious one to him. And Bakola with the ball, he tries to dribble, he tries to get through, but the defenders are just too tough for him. He couldn't get through with the Chelsea defenders. So Malagusto choking him with Chaloba there. He wouldn't go for that lift. And both of them getting the better of the ball and securing Chelsea the ball. And now Chelsea with Cole Palmer on the ball taken from him. And the ball comes back to Bakola, who will release the ball to Karasheskla. What does he do? He fumbles around, he moves forward, he keeps moving. He's in the dangerous position right now. And Karasheskla still moves forward in the very dangerous position, but Chelsea will pick the ball. Moises Caicedo will collect the ball from him and give it to João Pedro, who also has lost the ball. Has been quickly recovered by João Neves of PSG, who will send it quickly up to Marquinhos. I think PSG needs the urgency here. They will have to quickly fight for goals. They need more goals and more goals. They need as many goals as they can score in this encounter before going away to the Stamford Bridge. But none of them is coming right now. And the goal line is still the same thing. And we have this comment all square right now. Okay, so all square, all level at Parc the Prince, and finally poised. Chelsea have the win after that sharp equalizer. Neto busting clear up to Fernandez, and in the last 15 minutes, they've exchanged the clearer looks. Shots 1 on target, 1-0 on target, and 0.37 to 0. That's why PSG seeing more of the ball, 57% to 43%. We still have Chelsea created better chances, you know. And now we have Hakimi moving forward from the right flank. Ousmane Dembele with the ball. He returns the ball to Hakimi. Hakimi, the African Footballer of the Year, returns it to Dembele. Ousmane Dembele, the World Footballer of last year, of the year. Present World Footballer, FIFA Ballon d'Or, as well as FIFA the Best. That's Ousmane Dembele. And then Vitinha, oh no. That was a beautiful run by Vitinha into the dangerous position. Vitinha almost made that in, but there was no connection with the teammates that gave the ball to, and now they have to restart the game from a goal kick. The referee has given a goal kick, but taking a look at that replay, the ball actually didn't go into touch. The ball was still on the field when Nuno Mendes actually slid into the ball and picked it up. And now PSG will have the ball again. They will move forward. Ousmane Dembele wanted to turn, but the defense of Chelsea was just too strong for him, physically encapsulating and bringing him down to collect the ball. Right now we have Pedro Neto sending the ball back to Marco Correa. Correa will return the ball to the midfield. Moses Caicedo give it to Endo Fernandez. Again, and Fernandez will send it to Chalaba. Chalaba has been pressed by Bakola, and he has lost the ball to a throw-in. And we can see Lee Kangin getting ready to come into the game. He's been mentored by the assistant coach. He's been tutored on what to do when he comes into the game. The throw-in has been taken, and Chelsea is still trying to play the ball out while PSG is putting all their effort in doing a high press there, ensuring Chelsea does not play the ball out from the 18. But I think they are, I can see tired legs. They can execute that high press as they used to at the beginning of the half or at the beginning of the first half of the game, because they're actually tired legs right there. Araskashkila is on for PSG. He needs to wrestle back control with plenty of time. PSG was slight favorites at the pre-match of this game, but the draw looms now as it is. So we actually don't know where this game may go, because Dembele is being pulled out for Lee Kangin. Kangin, the Korean, will come in for Ousmane Dembele, who might have been used up and fatigued from so much play that he's done in this one. So PSG will play from the back once more, and the ball comes to Nuno Mendes. He will send it back to Pacho, the defender, and Pacho will release it to Vitinha, who collects the ball and looks to create something, and nowhere to go. It looks like he's going to give the ball back to his central backs. No, but he goes right. He gives it to Hakimi. Hakimi will release the ball back to Marquinhos. Marquinhos will likely look down and give the ball back to his left man. João Neves will pick the ball and will send it back to Hakimi. As it is at Real Madrid is still bossing Manchester City 3-0 at the Bernabeu. 71 minutes already played. And we also have Bodo Glimt still bossing Sporting CP right there in Norway. 2-0. PSG cannot boss Chelsea. They are 2 goals apiece right here. Earlier today, we saw Bayer Leverkusen getting a draw against Arsenal right there in Leverkusen, Germany. They couldn't get advantage of their home, and they have to wait for their fate as they go to London, North London precisely next week, Tuesday, to play the second leg of the game. Okay, collision between Malagusto and Bradley Bacola right there, giving a free kick to Chelsea right at the half line. And we could see Ousmane Dembele substituted already on the bench, drinking a lot of water as if that's going to bring back anything or bring back more goals. But it will rather rehydrate the gentleman and get him fit for the next game. There will still be next week to play. Tuesday will be the date for the second leg, and they will be playing about 9 p.m. and we will be here on the show to run that show along with you, and let's watch it together next week when they play the return legs of these encounters of Champions League. So we're still here. We're still enjoying this watch-along show between PSG, Paris Saint Germain, playing at the Parc des Princes Stadium right there in Paris, and Chelsea Football Club of London. And the game has come to the 70. The game is now at the 72nd minute, with Chelsea scoring 2 against PSG with 2 goals as well. Both sides, nothing separating them at all. They're about 2 goals apiece in this. And we can see a number of players warming up on the bench for both teams, Chelsea as well as PSG. We know PSG has already made 2 changes. Ousmane Dembele has been taken out for Likangin, and Desire Dohe has been substituted for Rashford Keller. And Chelsea, we see, is yet to make any change in particular. And throwing has been considered in a dangerous position by the captain of PSG, Marquinhos, right there. Marc Cucurella stands on the ball with the ball in hand, ready to launch the ball to restart the game. Cole Palmer dribbles through, crosses, a shot at goal but deflected by Nuno Mendes, who will try and recover the ball, give it to Bakula, but Chelsea will have it back. Oh my goodness, that was a beautiful goal by Vitinha. Louis Vitinha scores a very excellent goal for Paris Saint Germain. That was from a blunder by the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper, Jorgensen of Chelsea, made a very, very terrible blunder there. And the PSG players were not going to forgive that very, very easily. And a goal has been conceded by Chelsea. Goal now is 3-2. Three goals to 2 already. Beautiful, beautiful hang there by Vitinha. Oh, that was so intelligent of Vitinha. It was well played and well connected. Now, of course, they will have been blamed a lot if they didn't get that goal in. But as it is, the goal was scored and it was so well managed at that. PSG leads this encounter 3-2, while Chelsea is going to look for how to climb back from this. The game now has come to the 76th minute in the encounter between Chelsea and PSG, right there. And Kvaratskhelia moves forward again. Another chance for PSG. It's in the 18 of Chelsea. Kvaratskhelia still with the chance. Oh, still with the chance. What does he do? Oh, Chalobah stops the ball, and Chalobah will get the ball into touch for a corner kick. Oh my goodness, Kvaratskhelia could have just done something very, very dangerous there. He was so persistent about it. He kept on moving until Chalobah refused to give up. He put his foot in there very strongly, and he got that ball into touch for a a corner kick. And Likangin will step in to take the corner kick for PSG. And right there, and we look at the Chelsea corner kick. The ball just drops into the hands of Jorgensen, the goalkeeper of Chelsea. And he will quickly take one out. Throws a longish one to his player, Cole Palmer, who will return it back to defender Chalaba. Chalaba will send it back to the midfield. Moses Casedo will give it to Rhys James. James will give it back to Casedo. While PSG is still pressing really hard, looking for another error to see if they can score another goal from defensive blunders. But that didn't happen because Chelsea made an attempt, a longish one, which the goalkeeper of PSG had to step out to stop. And right now, the goal scorers, we've had 5 different goal scorers in this game. Bakola, Dembele, Vitinha, Gusto, and Fernandez. All 5 have scored. And one of the goal scorers, Bradley Bakora, has just been pulled out of the game. He has just been removed by PSG. And another, Zaire Emery, also being pulled out of the game. And they are both being replaced, respectively, by Bakola is being replaced by no other than Mayulu, while Zaire Emery is being replaced by Hernandez. Mayulu will come into the front, while Emery will go and play from, while Hernandez will play from the midfield. So we expect Mayulu to play from the center, and Kvaratskhelia will move very, very likely to the left flank, and see how much pressure they will put on the defense of Chelsea. Now Chelsea with a chance to go forward and equal again, and the ball comes across to Pedro Neto. Pedro will give the ball to Marco Correa. Pedro Neto will have it again. Tries to create something, but Aquinas is on him, pushing him with both legs and arm. The foul has been given to Chelsea, but the referee says play on for advantage. And we have right here Chelsea trying to control the game from the right. The ball goes back to the defenders, and we see Alaba trying to do something, and the goalkeeper picks the ball for Chelsea. And so far so good. The game has actually come to the 79th minute. We have about 10 minutes of regulation time to play in this encounter. And now at the 79th minute of the game. Both sides trying to do something. Chance for Chelsea, a goal, but I think it will be ruled off for an offside. Yes, the flag has been up long ago. There was an offside from the first touch. But VAR will have to check to be sure. But I think it was an offside in the first place. This is where we got the offside. But VAR will have to check. The linesman already saw the offside, but he wouldn't stop that because of the gameplay that had to continue. Everybody waits now for the VAR room to confirm it's an offside. Goal check completed, and it is not a goal to Chelsea. There is no third goal to Chelsea. I repeat, no third goal to Chelsea. Chelsea, no third goal to Chelsea. At this point in time, the third goal for Chelsea is still not there. Chelsea has to try again and create the third goal from somewhere. And PSG will try to create and open up the gap, try to open up and get more advantage before going to the Stamford Bridge. It is important that they get as many goal advantages to take to Stamford Bridge, because we all know what happens when you get home against the home side in Champions League. It's always a home advantage. So if they don't take advantage of their own personal home advantage, then they're going to have to face fire when they get to Stamford Bridge next Tuesday. And we just saw the replay of that offside that was an offside committed by Pedro Neto. And that led to that Chelsea's cancelled goal. We're now at the first minute of the game, 9 minutes of regulation time to play. PSG cautious about this. Send the ball back to their goalkeeper, try to be careful not to concede any more goal, and at the same time trying to pull something out of the hat, see if they can get one more and get an advantage. Vitinha with the ball, we know him. He's a creator. He's also a goal scorer. Wonderful player right there. One of the best midfielders of this age. And that was just behind everybody. Oh no, that was a pass. That was a pass that could have led to much more disaster for Chelsea. But it was placed right behind Raskela. Raskela will have connected with that ball and they could have created something. But the pass was placed right behind him. He had to go slide on the floor into the touchline and still couldn't save the ball. And Chelsea had an advantage with the throwing. And now PSG has lost the ball. The ball made a contact with the referee, and the referee has stopped the ball, giving an advantage to Chelsea to continue. This is why people shout, Chelsea, Chelsea, but that will happen in London. Right now, it is PSG. Paris Saint Germain, Paris Saint Germain, Paris Saint Germain. They still lead by 3-2. All the home sides seem to be leading as it is right now. And in other news, at the Madrid end, at the Bernabeu, we still have Madrid leading by 3-0 against Manchester City. City is really being peppered here and whitewashed. 3-0 unreplied by Real Madrid. While Bodo Glimt is still bossing, Bodo Glimt is still leading Sporting CP by 3-0. Bodo Glimt has increased their lead against Sporting Lisbon by 3-0. And this is getting more and more interesting. It's looking more and more like Bodo Glimt. For the first time, will be in the quarterfinal of the Champions League. 3 goals ahead against Sporting Lisbon or Sporting CP of Portugal right there. Bodo Glimt from Norway. This is a very interesting upset. They've been very consistent in this campaign. The Champions League has been in their favor all along. You have the goal scorers for Bodo Glimt here. You have Fett, Blomberg, and Hag. All of them scoring for Bodo Glimt. And Sporting CP has no response at all. No response at all so far. Unfortunately, it is looking like it is Bodo Glimt's way for today. Now PSG with a chance. It's 2-3. And now the ball comes. PSG with a chance. Will he take a shot? No, they decide to pass. And they pass. Vitinha again. Vitinha will release the ball. All the defenders of Chelsea are back. I'm not sure there's not much to be pulled out of the cap here. Oh no. Oh, I love what these Parisians are doing around here. They're really taking Chelsea to the cleaners there, but the ball amounted to nothing. They couldn't move forward, and Chelsea with a chance of counter-attack. But the ball has been recovered right there by Hakimi. He has recovered the ball, giving it to Vitinha. Vitinha will send the ball back, and Vitinha will have the ball. What does he do with the ball? He sends it back to the defender. Pacho will give it forward to Varaskela. Varaskela will move forward. He teases one. He teases another. He tries. He takes a shot. It's a goal. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. It is a goal. Varaskela has scored another goal against Chelsea. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This is becoming more and more fun. So much interesting. Of course, not fun for the Chelsea fans. Oh, my prediction is wrong here. Makalaha. This is Karaskela here. Well, how do you pronounce that name? Oh my goodness. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful move. That was an excellent run from Karaskela. PSG is indeed a team to beat. Oh, the ball was recovered by Mayulu. And Mayulu recovered the ball excellently, giving it. And now the ball comes to Karaskela, who moves the ball. It is one, it is the other, it is the third, and it takes a volley. Woof! Woof! Oh my goodness. That was a huge shot. that refused to land until it got into the net. Oh my goodness, that was a powerful goal from outside the 18 by Ravasquela of PSG. Oh, this is beautiful for PSG. Chelsea is trailing now by 2 goals. 4-2 now, favor of PSG. 4-2 against Chelsea. And we have about 3 minutes into regulation time to play. 3 minutes of regulation time to play. Chelsea, Chelsea, Chelsea. Of course, there is still Stamford Bridge to play next week. We know how home advantage works in Champions League. We have seen offsets of 4-1 being turned around by teams in Champions League. 6-1 ended for the home players. And Ravasquela still going forward. And, oh no, the referee has given a foul. He has given a foul. That was a very huge run by Ravasquela. Oh, he bullied everybody through. What a fighter. What a fighter. But it didn't happen. Now Chelsea has to play it out. And offside has been given against Chelsea. Was a clear offside against the Chelsea forward. And Garnacho will be coming in to replace Chelsea player. And we see him dressed and coming in for Malagusto. Malagusto will step out for Garnacho. Rosanero will try and get something from this. Let's close the gap or block the space. He brings in an attacker. Bringing an attacker for a defender. He needs more goals. And that is a tactical change that PSG has to respect. But PSG still has Ravasquela, who just won a throw-in for PSG. Goal line is now 4-2. PSG 4, Chelsea 2, as it stands. And, you know, I was talking about Sporting CP. With Sporting CP, we have the likes of Luis Suarez, not the Luis Suarez of former Barcelona player. We have Luis Guilherme, Francisco Trincao. That Trincao that played for Barcelona at a point in time. Yannick Catano, João Pedro Simeone, Hojmond, and a few other fine players right there in Sporting, but they have nothing to show for it. 3-0 for the Glimt against Chelsea, against Sporting. 3-0 Real Madrid against Manchester City. With all the City stars and all the City players, they are being whooped by the Madridians or the Spanish boys in white. They are coloring them white, changing their blue colors right there in Spain at the Bernabeu. We know how Bernabeu could be. Could be a den and another chance for PSG. Will it be a goal? Will it count? It might be an offside. It won't count. It's not going to count. But that was from pressure. So much pressure there. The pressure was put on the defense of of Chelsea, and Chelsea defense had to concede that. So much pressure on the goalkeeper. And the goalkeeper had no choice. And you could see Enzo Fernandez blaming the goalkeeper and warning him to be very careful not to do such again. Remember, he already made one blunder that led to a PSG goal. And now he almost committed another one that led to another goal. But the goal was disallowed for an offside positioning because the pressure was too much on the goalkeeper. He released the ball and it landed at the feet of his enemies. And the opponents took advantage of it. But there was an offside line drawn against PSG. It could have been 5-2 already. And so Enzo Fernandez, the captain, was not happy with the goalkeeper. He wasn't happy with Jorgensen, and he just flung his arms left and right. And he blamed him for doing that. And he says, you shouldn't have done that. You could have cleared the ball, for goodness sake. We could have considered yet another goal, and we'll be finding it very difficult to come back. And the guy was trying to explain to him, but Fernandez would not hear anything of such. And there was this, there's a small conflict here. There's a small altercation right there at the sidelines. I think the ball went into touch, and one of the substitute players or the assistant coach was hit by one of the anxious Chelsea players. right there. We're yet to find out the whole thing that happened, but there is quite of commotion right there with the referees trying to separate the fight. Would there be another 21 or 23 red cards in this one? We don't know yet, because we saw some 23 red cards being awarded. First time ever in any football match somewhere in South American football, where all the players on the field were giving red cards, including the reserves, over the last weekend. All right, now the referee is looking at solving the problem, and I think he's going to dip his hand into his pocket and bring out something. The field is being resolved by the referee, who is well in charge of this game. The referee is no other but referee Hernandez. I think he's a Spanish referee, if I'm correct. We'll get that to you shortly. PSG. Okay, there was a push. It was a Chelsea player pushing the PSG assistant coach, pushing him off to pick the ball. And then the players will step up to support one of the assistant coaches, because the Chelsea players were really anxious to restart the game, while they actually thought the coach was handling the ball to delay the game. And so the referee has called for a restart of the game. No cards were given here. The game will restart. Rhys James will restart the ball by throwing, and another counter. A free kick has been given, or a throw-in has been given to PSG. PSG will take a quick one. No, it's a free kick. They have to put the ball on the ground to take it. And the captain, Marquinhos, will stand on that, trying to restart the game. And the ball comes back to Marquinhos. Marquinhos will give a ball to his wing back. Ball will come to Lekangin. And now PSG advances. Hakimi advances forward. What does he do? Somebody is calling from here. A goal! Oh my goodness. This is the 5th goal. Another goal for PSG. Another goal for PSG. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This is turned into something else. This was not envisaged at all. 7-goal cracker already. We're now at the injury time. The 4th minute of the injury time. In fact, the 4th minute of the injury time. And the PSG, after the controversial conflict the conflict between the player of Chelsea pushing away the assistant coach of PSG. Game restarted, and what a perfectly organized move. Beautiful decoy. Hakimi running in, score playing, and the score play landed right there at the feet of Raskela again. Oh my goodness. This guy came in at the 71st minute and has scored a brace already for PSG. Oh my goodness. What a wonderful, wonderful player. Beautiful, beautiful game. Well worked out and beautiful, excellent finishing. The goalkeeper Jorgensen had nothing to it. He put his hand forward, but the hand could not stop the ball. And now Chelsea trails by 3 goals in this Champions League tie. And this is the first encounter. Of course, we know the second one will come up next week at Stamford Bridge. The game now is 5-2 against Chelsea. 5 goals for PSG. 2 for Chelsea. Who would tell that this will be the likely end of the game? And the game has been brought to an end. The referee blew his whistle, and you could see the Parisians all celebrating already. 5 goals against 2. 3-goal margin. It's not going to be easy for Chelsea to climb this hill. And in other games, we saw how Madrid ended that with that 3-goal margin as well. 3-goal margin, 3-0 against Manchester City. What's happening to the Premiership sides? Both of them suffered 3-goal margin losses. Real Madrid defeating Manchester City 3-0, and we see Paris Saint Germain defeating Chelsea 5-2, and also Bordeaux Glimt defeating Sporting Lisbon CP by 3-0 in this. Only Arsenal was able to get a draw right there at Leverkusen in Germany today. And that is the end of this game, gentlemen, ladies, fans, viewers world over. This has been a beautiful, beautiful week of UEFA Champions League. This is the day 2 of the second round. The first knockout phase of the Champions League 25-26 edition. And we saw 4 matches this evening. We saw how Arsenal playing a draw with Leverkusen 1-1. We saw Bordeaux Glimt playing 1-1. Playing 3 goals against Sporting Lisbon right there in Norway. We also saw how Real Madrid defeated Manchester City 3-0. And our star match, our feature match for tonight from Premier Sports Fan Center was for Paris Saint Germain and Chelsea. And we saw how the game went with 5-2, with the players scoring, Bacola scoring, Malo Gusto scoring. We saw Dembele Usman scoring. We saw Raskela scoring 2 goals. And we also score from Chelsea side, Enzo Fernandez putting 1 in the net right there. In this particular game, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different scorers, with Raskela the only one scoring a brace in this one. It has been nice watching this game with you. It's been a lovely watch-along show. And for us at Premier Sports Fan Center, it has been a pleasure serving you. My name again is Yinka Adegbuyi. They call me the doc around here. And thanks to my producer, thanks to my director, thanks to the guys behind the crew. Until we see again for the next Champions League day, which is next Tuesday. Remember, we're going to be here for the first match, the early match, as well as the second match on Tuesday and Wednesday next week. Join us again for the Watch Along show. Until then,